Puja to Satyanarayana Swami. Yesterday was Purnima, but we couldn't see you today. So on my behalf, the Sri Harinarayan Mandir, we want to welcome each and every one of you for taking your time, your precious moment. Let it be valuable to you as you join these Kirtan Pravachan, Satsang, and glories to God. At this point of time, before I go to Pravachan, I'm going to ask Ratiji to do one bhajan, and then we're going to take it into Pravachan.
Sitaram, Sitaram, Sitaram kahiye, Jai Biri Rakhe Ram, Jai Biri Rakhe. Sitaram, Sitaram, Sitaram kahiye, Jai Biri Rakhe Ram, Jai Biri Rakhe. Sitaram,
sponsored by Mataji Devi, who decided to join in puja, and we pray for herself and her family and world at large. And as we join in this part of life, which is the simplest form, we join in these prayers. Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om Om ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुचरण कमलेभ्यो नमो नमः। ॐ श्री राधा रानी देवी नमो नमः। ॐ श्री शिवा कैलाश पार्वती माता नमो नमः। ॐ श्री सत्यनारायण स्वामी नमो नमः। हरि ओम। ॐ कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय राधाकान्त नमस्तुते। And the Guruji, if we don't have a guru, we can take Bhagavan Sri Krishna, the world greatest teacher, as our guru. Om mantra satyam puja satyam satyam deva niranjana guru vakyam sada satyam satyam eva param padam. Iti Sri Guru Maharaj ki jai. We know that I'll humbly attempt these words of Sri Satyanarayan Swami, and we know that Purnima we said yesterday, but as we did the puja today, everyone's saying that Purnima, it's the word for another name for full moon. The day of Purnima is the day where the Tithi falls into each month. When the full moon occurs, it marks the division of each month between the two. There's two lunar fortnight, which is the Paksh. And when the full moon arrives, it is considered to be very, very auspicious, and it's been a tradition. And we see it here, it's getting more and more. People these days is getting more and more as they evolve, because they're reading more and more of Satyanarayan's Vrit Katha. And it's saying that the worship is to Bhagavan Vishnu. Satyanarayan means Satya, which means truth. Narayan means the highest being. So Satyanarayan means the highest being who is an embodiment of truth. And in this prayer that I'll humbly attempt, it says that Satyanarayan Swami Bachan Mahima is great. So we should chant these names of Bhagavan Vishnu. It says that this prayer, it was a Dhyan Loka from the Vishnu Sastranam, which is found in the Mahabharata, and it was compiled by Ved Vyas, saying that this mantra, Vishnu, it grants us our peace, joy and happiness to a life that we deserve in this age of Kali Yuga. We join in this prayer. Santakaram Bhujagashainam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gaganasatrisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanayanam Yogibhirdhanagamyam Vande Vishnu Bhavaveharam Sarvalokekanatanam Sarvalokekanatanam. Iti Sri Vishnu Bhagavan ki jai. Satyanarayan Swami Pujanam Ki Jai. So it's saying, as I just said, it is the highest being, which is an embodiment of truth. And this breath brings blessings to health. It brings blessings to the wealth, prosperity when Purnima comes. It brings education to our life. And one of the things it does, it relieves us from our troubles and sicknesses that we experience day to day. It gives us a better life, and it can be performed, those who endeavoring in businesses and existing businesses. Satyanarayan Puja is successful in businesses, and those who pursuing career growth, education. This puja is good for those who buy their houses, and Namkaran Sanskar, which is naming of the children. Sometimes, some of us we take a dip in the river. Back home, most people do it here. Summer we can. So I'm not saying you should go to the river now and get sick and say, "Panchita, I need to go." So we dip into the water, and we look at the sunrise in the morning, and we pray to Lord Vishnu, which is Chandrama Devata, another name for the moon. It's saying that in this passage that we have the deep faith in the prosperity. It gives us the health and happiness to one life, and not only to our life, but our Palwar, our family as well. And this, every time the Purnima comes, it gives us a new beginning, it's a new feeling. We get a fresh start, so we can start a clean slate. So astrology and the Vedas, it says, when the moon is waxing, it does have an effect on our mental health, our physical health, our health changes, and sometimes you will see sometimes people behavior changes, because sometimes people, you say, how come you behaved well yesterday and today you're misbehaving? Our behavior changes, our mood changes, and it says in this kitab, when we keep fasting on these days, it prevents the body from any health issues that we may have. So the full moon is associated with birth, rebirth, creation and manifestation, because the moon completes one cycle around the earth, which symbolizes the end of one chapter of our life, and it marks the beginning of our chapter of a new life. So if we pay homage to Chandra Devata, it gives the blessing of the brightest light of the moon, and during full moon, it's gravitational of pulling, where the moon, it performs a big impact on the ocean and the tides, as well as the body. And sometimes we find that the water level in our body is affected with this full moon. So it controls the acid into our body, it cleanses the digestive system, and it improves the functional capacity of the brain to think and to have wisdom as our life progresses for Dharma. And I don't know if anybody born in full moon here, it says, according to the book, you? She's looking, okay. Maybe next word. It says Vedic astrology says people who are born on full moon, it said they are very intelligent, and the personality that they produce or projected, they're attractive to others around them. While sometimes some of us, when we're around, nobody wants to be around. But these kind of people, everybody wants to be around them. And it says, the Chandra Gayatri mantra, it says here, Om Padavaya Vidmahi Hemarupaya Dhimahi Chanu Grunta Prachodaya Sri Satyanarayan Swami Ki Jai. It's saying that this mantra is saying the Chandramadev, which is Purnima, it shines the brilliant color that illuminates our mind. So whatever is in our mind that is being dark, it's asking us to elevate. And sometimes when we get a pull from the sun and we get the pull from the tide, it uplifts us in our life. So Satnarayan Swami is a name that speaks of itself. It has no doubts in the world. And as truth stands out, it opposed to Satya, which is a form of Narayan, and it comes from the Purnima Puja. So Satnarayan is a form of Vishnu Bhagwan, which embodies the truth in life. The Divine Lord keeps us away from difficulties and problems and brings success into our life. Bhagwan Vishnu is also known, as I said, as Lord Narayan. And many times this puja is done on full moon, where people do devotional fasting, kirtanam, pravachan. But there is a key word it's saying in this pravachan, that it must be done with bhakti. Bhakti ki saath, bhakti is truth. It must be done with love and devotion. If it's not done with love and devotion, it is not going to have any meaning into our life. That this puja has to be done with bhakti. And sometimes in life, it gives us that opportunity to come out of our depression, which we have many depressions in many forms. And Lord Vishnu puja is recommended for this. Jai Jai Narayan, Jai Jai Narayan, Suraj Narayan, Jai Jai Narayan, Suraj Narayan, Jai Jai Narayan, Jai Jai Suraj Narayan, Jai Jai Narayan, 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 Suraj Narayan, Swami ki jai. It's saying that in these kind of katha, in these times, we should sing Satnarayan Swami name because it elevates our mind, it takes away our trouble. And the Devi Suktam of the Yajurveda states that Satnarayan is the highest form of all being, which is worshipped in the ancient time and on to this time. So Satnarayan in the Upanishad states that the Supreme Lord Narayan is willing to create beings, and from Narayan emerged the life of all of us. And sometimes, when we do these things, all this puja, the vrat, we become more disciplined. We become more disciplined because we need that to elevate ourselves. So, one of the things of this puja, it makes us more humble. It makes us more humble in life because humility is what gives us that courage to be better relationship, and humility is what wins our life together. You know something? In life, we're in no competition with no one. It's a competition every day. We're in no competition with anyone. We're just trying to be better and better every day. And it's saying that when we're in no competition with anyone, we succeed. And there was a great writer who was asked by someone. He says, I do not know which field to go into. I'm studying, I'm seva, I'm doing many things in life. And that a writer tells him, he says, you know what? Go into the field of humility. He says, well, why? Because every field has competition. Everybody's singing better than everybody is praying, maybe everybody, Pravachan is reading better than everyone. But why don't I join that group? He says, I will tell you the wisdom of it is that when you join the field of humility, that field has no competition. That field has no competition, nobody competes. So join that field. And it's saying that this puja tells us, and this pravachan is that Satnarayan Swami is that if you want to be exceeding in the world, we should be like that. You should be like Hanumanji. Hanumanji did so many great work. He stands out, he was always humble. He never asks his name to be credited. So we should take that example. And you know what? If reality is reality, in Kaliyuga age we see so much of challenges. we see so much of complex problems that Sri Satyanarayan Vrat Katha is the most appropriate to recommend, because when we get this discipline, we can be elevated to the higher level after here and when we leave this world. And sometimes, if you look at it, one of the 5 sorrows that afflicts the mind of man is dvesha, hatred. Sometimes we hate our own self because we are not prospering. As how we should not move and then we blame someone. It says, avoid this dvesha, because before you do that, like to see everyone gets up in life or be prosperous. And the second one is, it talks about raga, which is passion. When everyone thinks that we are better than everyone else. But before we do that, we should support everyone. Summer just went, and the flowers were all there. Everyone, Dita likes a lot of flowers, and everyone, I see a lot of puja. Flowers were in a competition, maybe coming here. So much flowers in puja. I didn't have no place for these flowers. But these flowers, when they were coming up, we loved these flowers. And what we did, we take care of them. Some of us, don't like flowers. We like to pick them, but we don't like to take care of them. But there's one thing that prevents the flower from growing. What's that? There's one thing always in that flower that prevents it, that we always go in the morning and look for that thing and pull it away. What's that? It's the weed. So the weed, when we take the weed from the flower continues to grow. And sometimes what we does with our weed kills the plant. And similarly, in life today, some of us are like that weed. We prevent others from, we are like that weed because the weed prevent the flowers from growing and we prevent others from growing. You know why we prevent others from growing? Because we're in a competition world. It's a competitive world. Everyone wants to be better than everyone. And when the flowers, the weed allows the flower to grow, we sometimes try to keep someone down. It's saying that this life, we do not keep anyone down, because you know what? We will have to record that credit as our life progresses to the other direction. And when we go there, what we're going to say, what we do, we did all this good, and then as soon as someone is developing life, someone is maybe shining a little like the sun, we want to keep that person down. But it's saying that when we see people are struggling, or someone is drowning, we hear this, oh, we let that guy drown, that's his karma. No, you help him, help her. When you see someone struggling, whether they're chanting, they're singing, they're making an attempt in life to do something good, we should support them. And that's where bhakti comes into our life. And if we look at what we sing in the morning, what we sing? We do it at what we sing. Vishaya vikar mitavo papaharo deva Shraddha bhakti banao Shraddha bhakti banao Vandeti deva Om Jai Jagadish Oh God, please destroy my passion, and if I have any evil thoughts, and what? Remove them from me. This version is not saying ask God to keep it. He wants you to grow. So He's asking you to remove it from you. You know something? Someone says to me, Pandit, this world has a lot of bad people. I says, why? He said, yes, you look around you, you find a lot of bad people. I said, no, you know what? God made everyone equal. We choose the path, or the wrong path to follow, or we choose the good path. You have a choice in mind. Yes, there are bad people. We cannot avoid that. But then it's saying in this version here, but then what we are asking now for? We are asking him to increase his Shraddha, the faith, the bhakti, devotion, so that I may render you the services to you. And as we join this morning in these prayers, to, as we said, Satnarayan Mahima Vachan Pratana ke liye, we join in these prayers. हम सब हाथ जोड़कर भगवान की कृपा मांगकर प्रणाम कीजिए. ओम ध्यायेत् सत्यं गुणातीतं गुणात्रयं समावितं लोकनाथत्रिलोकं कौशं भाभारं हरेम्. ओम सत्यनारायणं देवं वन्देयं कामदं प्रभो लीलावितं विश्वं येन तस्मै नमो नमः. ओम सत्यं व्रतं सत्यापरं त्रिशतं सत्यायोनियो सत्यस्य सत्यव्रेत सत्या नेत्रं सत्यमखं त्वं शनं प्रपद्येति. श्री सत्यनारायण स्वामी पूजनं करिष्यते. At this point in time, I will bring this pravachan to an end. And on my behalf, the Sri Hari Narayan Mandir and all the devotees, we want to thank each and every one of you who have contributed in whatever little way you have done to make this service this morning a success. To those of you who are joining us on the platform and the Facebook and other media, may the blessings of Sri Satyanarayan Swami and this puja reaches you and your family in whatever state of mind you may be experiencing, and that you can be prosperous and you can be able to continue dharma, because it is what we live for. Everything else flourishes and dies, the dharma continues. So once again, on my behalf, we want to say Dhanyabad. Prem se bolo Satyanarayan Swami ki jai. We'll have one bhajan and then we go to our
Sita Ram
Then the body go to this point of time. I encourage each and every one of you to stand as we join in this arti. Om Yantani Japapani Jalimantar Kritanika Tanikani Rechinti Sadakshanaye Vade
Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare गजरामचंद्र की जय शरणम प्रभु उमापति महादेव की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय सिया गजरामचंद्र की जय शरणम प्रभु ओम द्यौः शांति अंतरिक्ष गुण शांति पृथ्वी शांति आपा शांति औषधय शांति वनस्पति शांति विश्वदेव शांति ब्रह्मा शांति सर्वगम शांति शांतिरेव शांति सामा शांति रेड्डी ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम शांयाबा ओम गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेव महेश्वरा गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः
प्रेम से बोलो विष्णु भगवान की जय। प्रेम से बोलो सत्यनारायण भगवान की जय। प्रेम से बोलो श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। सब संतन की जय। जय श्री राम। Devotees, this brings us to the end of this morning pravachan. On my behalf, once again, the Sri Harinarayan Mandir, we want to say thanks to all of you who have been in Mandir and those who are joining us in the program. And as such, I would like to see everyone next Sunday at 9:30. At this point of time, do have a safe and blessed week. Jai Shri Ram.